Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am just doing a little bit knitting. I will be going out in about an hour. It's 10:30 now. I'll be going out in about an hour's time, meeting with my friend and another girl, Maria, from our bingo club that we go to, and we are going to Molly's husband's wake. We aren't going to the funeral, just the wake, because none of us knew him. We only know Molly, but we are going to support Molly for the wake, which is in a local club just along the street from where my friend lives. It's all right for her. She just has to step out of her door, walk up the street and into the club. I have a nearly half hour's drive to get up there, so I have to leave 11:30 to get there for 12. So I was just doing a little bit knitting beforehand, before I went out, and I'm going to put that down. That's how far I've got with the, whoops, nearly dropped those stitches off there. That's the raindrop one. I've started on the 24 inch. I've started on the shaping on the sleeves, the shaping on the back, not the sleeves. I'll put that down in a minute, but I have something else to show. This was sent to me by one of my subscribers, Jill. She asked me if, I don't know what's happened to her mother. She did say something about her mother had started this and couldn't finish it because of some reason, I don't know. This is Jill anyway, and she asked if I could finish this because she hadn't a clue. But I received this yesterday, and that was how much her mother had knitted, and I've put it back onto the stitches. It's this pattern here. She sent me a PDF, and I made that pattern out for myself. It's called Dilly Dally Dolls. I don't know who makes this pattern. There's no brand name or anything on it, but that's Dilly Dally Dolls anyway. That's all it says. So that's the cardigan I have to do, and I'm working out from the number of stitches that was on here. There's only 3 sizes. It is 32, 34 and 36. That her mum was knitting the 36 size, the largest size, going by the number of stitches that's on here. But when I looked at it, I thought her mum's knitting looked a lot very slack compared to mine, and I thought if I start knitting, my cables are going to look different. So anyway, I've knitted a few rows here, and I'm going to stop this video and show you. I've made a close-up so you can see the difference between my knitting and Jill's mum's knitting, to see why I'm going to have to pull it out. This is a close-up of the knitting that Jill sent to me that her mum had done, and I can tell just looking at the rib and pulling it lock that Jill's mother is a much slacker knitter than I am. I'm much tighter knitter. My ribs don't stretch like that, which wouldn't have made much difference. I could have carried on knitting, but I knitted a few rows just to test my tension against Jill's mum's. And as you can see, I'll blow it up so you can see even better. I've knitted from here up to what's on the needles, and this was what Jill's mum had knitted. And as you can see, my cable's much tighter and narrower than this one. So I'm a much tighter knitter than what Jill's mum is, so I'm going to have to pull it out and start from the beginning. But it's not much anyway. That was all her mum had managed to do, and Jill couldn't manage it herself, so that's what I'm going to do. If you're watching this, Jill, I'm going to have to pull it out and start again, because where your mum's cables finish and mine start, there's going to be a noticeable difference. As you can see here, there, how rounded those ones are. Mine are a lot narrower. So, and another thing, something I never realised, but my hands were itching when I was knitting that. I think I knitted about 4 rows from there to there. And my hands were itching. Not quite as bad as normal, but when I checked the label, I didn't realise it says Aran with wool. And there's only 20%. It's 80% premium acrylic and 20% wool. So it doesn't affect me quite as bad as 100% wool. But I am probably going to have to put, I can do a few rows before it starts affecting my hands. I get like a tingling and then my hands start itching like something not right. It hasn't been quite as bad with this, but I think if it got too bad, I'd probably put a pair of rubber gloves on. I have some of those very thin, like surgical ones. The only thing is I can only wear them for a certain length of time and my hands start sweating with them on. Maybe just put some talcum powder inside them, that might stop them from sweating. I never realised, I never thought to ask whether there was any wool, but I'm just touching this, and because of the amount of knitting I've done, my hands are starting to itch. So there, as you see, no two people knit alike, and my knitting is very much tighter. And I know for a fact if I carry on knitting, that from there, which was where I knitted those rows there just to test my tension, my cables are going to be a lot narrower than the ones that Mum's done. And the same with the rib. When I come to do the rib on the fronts and that, my rib's going to be a lot tighter than that. So at least it's not too much. I've only got to pull that out, and that is Aran. It will be a little bit quicker to knit than normal, except like I said in that little video, I did not realise this was wool until I was actually knitting a few rows, and it's a good job it's only 20% wool. It doesn't affect me as much as 100% wool. If it was 100% wool, I would have red, when they turn red or white, like blotches end up on my hand, and I can't do anything at all with 100% wool. Not just the itching, but with this is only 20% wool, so my hands will probably just itch for a while. But as long as I stop knitting for a while, the itch goes away, and then I can pick it up again. But if it gets too bad, it's like I said in the little video, I'm probably going to get some of those. I have some actually very thin surgical gloves which I've used before, because I have knitted with wool before. I think it was quite a few years ago. When I first started on YouTube, it was Dagri sent me some wool from the United States, and she asked me to knit a cardigan for herself. And I knew as soon as I got the wool that the wool that it was pure wool. And that was when I actually found out I couldn't knit with wool, because I'd never knitted with wool before, it's not an allergy, it's an irritation that gets very bad. And I never realised until Dagri sent that wool to me that I couldn't knit with pure wool, because I tried knitting hers. I did for quite a few rows, and then my hands got really bad, and I ended up having to put surgical gloves on to knit most of it. But sometimes I tried without the gloves. But that was when I actually found out that I couldn't, not just wearing it, I couldn't knit with it either because of it on my hands. But anyway, I'll sort this out. I'm going to have to pull this out and start from the very beginning. So that's that. Put down. And I have another little bit of video. I'm going to stop again to show you the things that I was crocheting, the little bags, the phone pouches, and the yarn cake bag, which I've already sent off And I keep forgetting to make a little video of these things, but I have the photographs, so I put the photographs in as I change them into an MP4 little video so I can add them to these videos. Otherwise, I won't add to the bits of videos as a photograph. They have to be made into an MP4 video just for a few seconds. That's what I do with the photographs. So anyway, I'm going to show you those. And now I'm going to do a little bit knitting before I go out to meet my friends, because I have to. Let's get that out the way. And I'm also going to finish. This was another bag. Oh, I wondered where I have a little magnifying glass that I try to see things with. I must have been using it and putting it inside there, and I never realised I was looking for it the other day and I couldn't find it. I must have just put it down, because this has been on the side of my settee since I started it. Put it back there where I know where it is. But anyway, I started this was to be one of those bags that didn't have the hard bottom on, you know. But it was to be a yarn ball holder. But this wool is so soft. That is soft. That is Aran, and it's very soft. And that is chunky, and that's soft as well. And the bag thing was just going to be too floppy, so I just left it, and I thought I'll finish it off, make like a small project bag or a child's bag, you know, that they like to play, to put their toys and things and that in. So that's what I'll be finishing that off, since I've finished all the pouches and the other bags. But I do have some more of the yarn cake bags with the PU leather bottoms on to do, but they are, I think it's Jill has asked one because she wants them for Christmas presents for her friends, so I've got plenty to do. Plenty time to do those in, but I'm going to finish that one. I'll probably put that up on my AB shop when I finish it. But I'll just carry on doing a little bit knitting while I can. And you know, it's not very warm today. I thought I'd put, this is just a, like a t-shirt type top with long sleeves. I thought, oh, I'll just wear this. But you know, I'm sitting in my house and I'm actually cold. I'm going to have to put a cardigan on top of this. I think it's 12 degrees today. You just cannot believe the weather. We're into the middle of summer in our temperature, or like it is in the winter. I have a quilt on my bed, and in the winter I have 2 crochet blankets, very large blankets that fit over the top of it's a double bed, I fit over the top of the double bed. And I usually start off as the weather gets a little bit colder, I put one of the blankets, the crochet blankets, over the top of my duvet. And then as it gets even colder, I put the other one on, so I end up with 2 crocheted blankets over my duvet. And I had took them off because we got a little bit warm weather 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I only had the duvet. I've had to put one of those crochet blankets back on the bed because it's... I think our winter's coming back before it should. You know, it's not right. We've never had no summer yet. But anyway, I'm just doing a little bit more. It's now 11:15 now, so I have just a little bit time left before I go out. I'm all ready. I've tidied my hair, I've tidied everything. Just got to pick my bag up and put my jacket on when I go out. But you know, I'll probably be the only sober one there. Everybody else lives in the same area where this local is. I have nearly a half an hour drive up to my friends to go to meet her and then walk over to their pub. So I can't drive, and there's no way I am paying £20 for a taxi to take me there and £20 for a taxi to bring me back again. I'm just not going to drink alcohol. I usually have one drink. When I go to the bingo, I have one alcohol drink. I have a vodka and orange juice, and that lasts me all night. That's what's going to last me at this do as well. Of course, it is food. There'll be food to eat, so won't just be drinking. And we'll be talking, and you know, when we all start talking, we don't get much drinking done when we're talking actually. So anyway, that's just a little bit to keep you up to date with what I am doing. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.